That's right, and we're back live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Pinche Calle. That's what a lot of people say is their favorite part of the whole thing is going through the intro. Gracias to all the day oneers, everyone in the members only, of course, because what kind of music did we listen to? I mean, let's just keep that a buck, okay? Gracias all the day oneers. Gracias everyone again in the members only for your full-fledged support. I appreciate you. We're going to talk a little bit about some Bakersfield boxing today, cabrones. What an experience with one of my members only over there. Nothing but love, embracement, unity. Everywhere I go, there's unity. I think I'm radiate. I'm going to add that to my affirmations. I radiate unity. Pass everywhere I go. Gracias all the day oneers, everyone aside the members only, Chicano channels, only a couple of us cabrones. That's why gotta stick together. Gotta stick together. And of course, all the Chicano pages, man. I appreciate you guys more than you guys know. Hey, we may not agree on everything, but on some grown man shit, we can have a discussion and a sit down and agree to disagree if we need to, if it gets to that. All right. Anyways, so those are the formalities. The comments are already going on. We got a lot of shit uploaded. We got a lot of clips uploaded. We got a lot of photos uploaded. It's gonna be a good old time, man. Let's get into it. But first, I want to make the announcement again. It's the second time I make it. The 12th of February, gente. The 12th of February, we're going to go ahead and host our next town hall. It just seems as we go, there's always more to talk about. So instead of, putting it off too much in the yonder, February 12th, we're going to go ahead and do that. And that's a strategic date. The reason I chose that date is on February 10th. Okay. Again, your boy got into the politics. It looks like there's no turning back now. Now, there's no turning back. They're already communications director, and I'm an alternate to the chairwoman when she's not available, traveling and sick to the Central Committee. So we respond to the Cal GOP. We respond to the big boys, man. We're trying to get some, one initiative that I'm trying to get done, my only initiative that I'm screaming from the mountaintops is in regards to the farm workers. I did a whole video, and if you want me to put up the initiative, I'll put it up right now. No problem. You know what I mean? That's the only initiative. So that's on the 10th. So I'm going to be with the assembly on the 10th. And then on the 12th will be a good time to talk about it a little bit, but we already got some great confirmations. The last one that just confirmed, they're going to be joining us on the town hall on February 12th at 6:00 Pacific time is going to be none other than Lexit. The Lexit movement is going to be in the house respectfully. There's a lot of invites that I put out there. I ain't trying to shut no one's trap, no one's yap. Everyone got a voice, especially on Chicano Street. So again, if it's your first time tuning in, welcome. This is Chicano Street Studios. Of course, I got to give credit where credit is due. Shout out to the beautiful, smoking, sexy, hot wife, La Chicana. Watch out, man. She's a Chicana, cabrón. You know what I mean? She'll take off her earrings and roll up the chongo. All right, the chat is lit. It's cracking over there. All right, so February 12th will be the next town hall meeting, and these are real town halls, gente. These are open forum town halls. That means we're going to talk about religion. We're going to talk about politics. We'll talk about economics. We'll talk about the barrios, the communities, the neighborhoods. We'll see where it goes from there. It's always open to discussion, period. What there isn't that I wish there was on the town hall, what there isn't is a mute all button. That'd be great. You know what I mean? A mute all. And I hit one button, boom, and that's just to give the next question or move it along to the next subject. But there isn't. You know what I mean? So I've tried to hit a mute here, but the cabrones are so hot. When I mute them, they unmute themselves. And so it's going to be a good conversation. The homie hangout. Thank you again, cabron, for confirming. Wayward Son, TikTok, Pinchy Sensation. I know he doesn't like me to call him that. Pinchy Wayward Son. Wayward Son, TikTok Sensation, man. Who has a lot of knowledge you can't get in college. Wayward Son. Different opinion, different views. Everyone, of course, has the same blood pumping through their veins at the end of the day. I appreciate him. Norberto Norbies is in the casa. Norbies, I appreciate the confirmation. There's another two or three. And then I'll go ahead and announce it. Maybe I'll just put the list out there. Okay, this town hall, maybe I'll make a little Canva, a little PDF and shit like that. Shout out to everyone that participated. Nino America. Shout out to Nino America. Big Joe last time. Si se pudo. That's the official moderator, si se pudo. All right. Anyways, so let's go ahead and I'm going to show you. Let's go back. Let's go into IG. Why not start it off this way? I want to talk about a little bit about Bakersfield boxing before we get into anything else. I want to talk about the drug kingpin's girlfriend that couldn't stand to put a post on the internet. She had to have that like. She had to show the world where they were at. And the dude is one of the biggest drug cartel kingpins in Costa Rica. I'm sure if they could turn back time, she would have never posted those on IG. So we're not going to get to that yet. Hold on. I want to show you some Bakersfield boxing. Of course, politics is always there, cabrones. We're going to look at Selena Gomez crying as well. I want to talk about that. I also want to talk about that field viral clip. I'll play that on IG right now, the field viral clip. On my way to Bakersfield boxing, I did that little clip, and I did it on the first take. Un chingazo y se acabó, cabrones.
Now you home with us and defend the barrio. Patos locos forever. Forever.
All right, now we're in IG. Okay, where's that clip? Okay, let's go to my page. Ice comes up. The first thing, ice, cabrones. Nino America says, ice, ice, baby. Nino America. All right, so check this one out. So I wanted to play this because I want to give a shout out to Bakersfield boxing. What an experience. What a pinchy matchups. All young lions, man. Crazy young lions, leaking testosterone. Most of them ran multiple fades in the same day. When someone else would fall out, no show for the fight. Hey, I'm 230 pounds. Anyone want some? Hey, I'm 180 pounds. Anyone want some? I turned around and I showed Little Mike. So that's me right here, obviously. And I was the only one that wore any SF. No, was allowed to wear any SF. I'm glad Little Mike came with me. All right, so Little Mike's in the middle right there. He's humble as hell, man. He ain't tripping. But then I'm pointing at the owner of Bakersfield Boxing, man. Shout out to him. Shout out to all the fellas over there, man. Trip out on this. This last credit goes to Bakersfield Boxing, of course, video. This is all Bakersfield Boxing. 50,000 on YouTube. I don't know if they're at 100,000 on TikTok, 100,000 on IG. I don't know. I'm guessing. Of course. You're throwing hands. Move, Last Sunday. Live and direct from Bakersfield, California. Shout out to Loma. Shout out to Colonia.
Angle out. 1-2 angle out.
Let's throw in hand.
Good job.
Watch it a little bit. We're gonna watch a couple more seconds. Just a little bit, man. I want to talk about some Bakersfield boxing.
Sorry,
what a good time and good live. All right, so the two main men of Bakersfield boxing are right in the ring, man. I appreciate the invitation, man. Shout out to them. That it's gonna blow up, man. It was they were calling out fades, setting up fights in the crowds. I mean, and we were us three were just chilling right there. I mean, having a good old time. Probably there about 2 hours. So I want to give the shout out and the credit over to Bakersfield Boxing. It's nothing but raza, man. Let's go. All right, what's next? Let's keep it moving, gente. I want to talk about this one before we go down the road and get into maybe hot topics, you cabrones. So here we go. It says the page is called It's On Site. Okay, maybe it sounds like a California kind of page. It's on site. Gente California, we're just froggy. Alleged drug kingpin busted after his wife boasted about their luxury vacation on social media, allowing DEA to track their location. Cálmate, cálmate. Okay, cálmase. All right, here we go. It's on site. Luis Manuel Picado Grijalba, a Costa Rican drug lord who was on the U.S. government's radar for years, met his downfall not in a dramatic sting or a high-speed chase, but in the most unexpected way, his wife's love for Instagram. This is, man, clout demon, clout chasing. See, but sometimes, okay, let me put this off, man. Sometimes we're putting too much on the ladies, man. It reminds me of Adam in the Bible, right? Adam and Eve. Hey, Adam, what have you done? The woman you gave me, had me to bite the fruit. Because we could talk about Pop Smoke and a couple other people that the same situation has happened. People even in the Money Sign Suede situation were like, why is his ex, her name is China, something like that. Why is she putting all his letters on the internet for everyone to see, man? And he's in the oil. He's in the hole. Okay, going through a bad situation. The intricacies of that. The way I found out at least what yard he was on was I was at the dry cleaners and I ended up running into a buddy who's a CTF officer. And I know that he would know. He's not just an administration. He's not a transportation officer. He's not just an R&R. He floats around the different yards. So I know he would know. So I just had to ask him, hey, which one is the hole attached to? Okay, that's the, okay. And then which one was he on? Okay, that one in the shower where they found him unresponsive. They were saying, why is the girlfriend putting letters of him on the internet? I guess we're talking about Money Sign Suede. I mean, shit.
Life's a risk, carnal.
I guess we're talking about Money Sign Suede. But we'll go back to the drug kingpin. Sometimes we put too much on the ladies, man. You got to remember this, man. Yes, they get exposed to the game, I guess, in this situation. Yes, they're buying everything they want, unlimited money. But the nature is still the human nature, man. He wants to be down low because obviously, the man is supposed to be the head of the family. We're here to supposed to fucking protect the families. That's what we're supposed to do. That's one of our main objectives in life is protect your family as a man, whether it's a sacrifice or whatever it is, right? That's just a principle, right? The women are there to be more tender, man, more supportive. I don't get mad when the ladies want to take photos of themselves. They want to feel beautiful, man. They want to get that reassurance. They know they're beautiful. They need to get that at home before they get it somewhere else. So I'm not against that, but there's certain situations like your man. Where's the brocha comb? Like your man is somebody making noise in the music industry, and you're putting all his business out on the internet. Now, I'm not coming up with any theory saying it was because of her. I'm not saying none of that. I'm putting out the facts. I'll let you cabrones sort the rest out. It reminds me of I was in the 1980s. I read a Marines shirt. I kid you not. These are T-shirts in the 1980s. It had a bunch of bodies. This is the 1980s, okay? It ain't 2024 with your sensitive ass. And I'm not talking about to my subs. I'm talking about to the haters. It said it was a bunch of bodies on the ground, and it was a U.S. Marine shirt. It was a white shirt, and it said, "Kill them all. Let God sort them out." Pinchy Marines, man. They're tough as hell, man. Tough as hell. All right, let's go back to that. So I don't put that on Money Sign Suede's girl, and I don't put that on this individual's girl as well. But when she dropped the location where they were at, it didn't take a matter of time for the Drug Enforcement Agency to swoop on that ass. So okay, let me see. A Costa Rican drug lord who was on the U.S. government's radar for years. This dude was pushing weight, man. Serio. He was a heavy hitter. It said, met his downfall not in a dramatic sting or a high-speed chase, but in the most unexpected way, his wife's love for Instagram. I know it didn't say the wife's name. I'm glad it didn't. We don't need to blast her. We don't need to make it a worser situation than it already is. But I wanted to touch on that because a lot of us, we put it on the ladies. And they're not even laced up. I'm not talking about having a Bonnie and Clyde. Okay, a Bonnie will be laced up to the max. A Bonnie would be like gata más firme. Shout out to her, man. That would be like a Bonnie, right? Okay, then we're on. Both of us are on super point when it comes to the street IQ. You know. All right, let me go. Big Chavez says law enforcement enforces law. Drug enforcement gets the ones that bring it all over here. All right, let's go to El País way. And you got to give a shit a little bit about that. I mean, this is where our children are. Way. These are the communities where our children are. I think my children's children are going to be. Children's children are going to be. You know what I mean? That's just common sense. It's like my parents almost died just to give me the opportunity to come to El Norte. So why would I say it's Canada first? All right, let's go back to IG because this is the one that ruffled some feathers. This is the one that caused all the internet advocates, where everyone just posting something so grand, this so deep. The memes are just deep, man, just deep. You know that they're the most solidest. They're winning internet Nobel Prizes, some of these cabrones that are posting just deep memes. They're 100,000 million% for La Raza. But then I, who grew up in a farm working community, has to come and tell you the truth. So what happened was there was a video, let me go ahead and I'll remove it for a second. So there was a video that was put out there, and it was shot in Bakersfield, and no one can deny this because I seen the video. Okay. Matter of fact, if I go back, I think I hearted it. That's how we could even find it together. That's how I like on TikTok and stuff like that. If you just, don't heart everything, but whatever you heart is so you can go back and find it easier, right? It's just a method of a system to find shit easier. I don't heart everything. That way, boom, I want to remember this. There's the heart. And it was Bakersfield, California. And it was the lavender fields, gente, the lavender pinchy fields. In the video, you can see the small little purple buds on the tree branches, the small little purple buds. But the video was like a eerie, like a scary sound. Ooh, some shit like that, right? Like you saw that Llorona in your fucking face, right? And it said, no one's showing up to work. Everyone's scared. So I knew where that location was. Matter of fact, you could even ask Miss Chicano Tube. She mentioned it about 3 weeks ago. She said, honey, I'm gonna have a shoot, at least one or two in the lavender fields when they bloom in Bakersfield. And I told her, cool, gives me another opportunity to go back to Bakersfield boxing and hit up Ace 100, hit up St. Cal, hit up Little Mike. It's all to the good, man. And then Big Joe over there, Big Joe. Shout out to Big Joe, man. He's the man. Big Joe's the man behind Bakersfield boxing, okay? So I said, cool. So I went in the fields and I said, I was driving. I was like, the GPS said now I was like 12 minutes away. I had gone through Button Willow, this long road. It said Button Willow. And I don't know how many miles I was on that one. Boom. And then here are all the fields. I pull over. This happens. ¡Viva México, cabrones! Viva Mexico, cabrones. So I went ahead and I pulled over, and man, my inbox fucking got lit. Fuck you, fucking Mikey. You ain't shit, cabron. And you guys took it to the nalgas. I guess some people, not everyone. Of course, I don't make these general statements that blanket everyone, but those that know. That's why I say, hey, hit the like, and you could hit the dislike también. You know what I mean? It's all good. And so that ruffled some people's feathers, and it got 70. I don't even know if I'm logged into TikTok. Let me see. TikTok shop. Yeah, I got TikTok. Let me see if I got TikTok. Nah, Mikey, you didn't get TikTok Studio. Why am I in TikTok Studio? Oh, that's for the promos. Oh, yeah, I got it. Hold on. Okay, not right now. Hold on. For you, where's the homepage at? On TikTok, man. Where am I at? Oh, profile. Duh. Shit, I couldn't even find it. Okay. Share this tab instead. All right. Here we go. So if you haven't followed me on TikTok, you can go over there, man. It's popping over there on TikTok. Almost 9,000. It's funny how the IG and the TikTok, like they grow within like 200 of each other. They always stay in the same thing. All right. So this one on TikTok got 84. It's at 84,000 views. And now I'm going to read some comments because I just want to get your opinion on what you think, man. What you think. All right. Another thing I wanted to break some news tonight. So in case you didn't see my latest story, first, I'll give you some context. Let's play this.
Room to new media voices who produce news-related content and whose outlet is not already represented by one of the seats in this room. We welcome independent journalists, podcasters, social media influencers, and content creators to apply for credentials to cover this White House. And you can apply now on our new website, whitehouse.gov/new media.
And maybe you didn't hear what I said is I heart comments because you took the time to comment. I don't give a shit if you're throwing at me. I don't care if you like me or nothing. I just heart the comments. So I know sometimes people would message me, hey, why did you heart that comment? Fuck that, man. This ain't fucking high school. Anyways, so I said that to say this. Look what I just did, gente. Oh, that's smooth. It's Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet. Ciao. Cabrón. I need one for that. The whiskey's actually over there. That's the whiskey. I haven't even opened it. Give me a second, gente. I haven't had a drink like in 3 weeks. You're as sweet. I'm gonna have to play that right now, taking a shot. One more time. We're going to the White House. You're as smooth. It's Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet. People might get mad at that. Fuck that, Mikey. You shouldn't go to the White House. Cesar Pudo Podcast just stepped in the building. That's the official moderator for every town hall moving forward. We need the voice of reason. We need level-headedness. We need to be able to provide direction for the town hall when it turns into Chicano wood squares. That's right, my boy. Enjoy your dinner, cabrón. That's right, man. Big figures forward way. That's right, my boy. Yeah, that was from 1942. So, you're probably gonna see a lot of people follow suit. I'm not saying, oh, don't do it, or you're a copycat. Mikey did it first. No, it's not about that. It's about providing information to the public. Look at what the Gavacha said. Look at what she said.
Room to new media voices who produce news-related content
News.
and whose outlet is not already represented by one of the seats in this room. We welcome independent journalists, podcasters, social media influencers, and content creators to apply for credentials to cover this White House. And you can apply now on our new website, whitehouse.gov/new media.
Yeah. Again, it was a strategy by the administration that they knew the heartbeat of the people. The heartbeat of the people is not the news. That's been discredited for years now. I mean, it's sad to say. I mean, the news is not the news anymore. I mean, to be completely honest, the news is now an agenda. And that's why even the shit that we swallow on our phones, it's called the feed. Because it's feeding you, cabrones. If you didn't know, now you know.
Thinking of letting him in, ese?
Told you he's my best crime partner.
He ain't Mexican, ese?
Narlivato says, I'll go with you to the White House. I'm fucking going. So the Latino Summit is another thing, is another goal. We got to get there, man. It's about getting our voice out there. Same thing when we had the mayor of Salinas come on the podcast. I asked the mayor of Salinas, I said, what are you going to do for the Alisal district and its people? You know, they're calling us minorities. We know we're not the minority. We know we're not. We know the numbers. We're going to talk about them again on the 10th at the assembly. We're going to talk about the numbers and the power. And when I get in front of these people, you best believe I'm going to say, what are you doing for us and our vote? Because yes, we're appreciative. We know it's going to be better for a couple years. But what are you doing for us that our vote should get behind you? That's going to be it. I mean, no me pueden comprar, you know, those are the most dangerous ones, the ones that they know they can't buy. And I'm glad, you know, we're here and not in Mexico, cabrones, because we're in Mexico and, you know, someone says something that's different and against the grain, they disappear. I talked about that on today's live. Anyways, all right, let's keep it pushing, man. What were we talking about? The drug kingpins, the field viral video. Okay, let's go and look at this Selena Gomez video reaction, I guess, man. I guess. Cisa Pudo's always pushing that pinchy crypto, cabrón. Why you always pushing that fucking crypto, cabrón? Fuck your feelings, that's right, my boy. I appreciate you, man. Mikey Loco for governor, that's right. Medal of Valor, damn, man. Remember that movie, Acts of Valor? Shh. They were throwing themselves on the pinchy grenades. Boom. That's some crazy shit, man. My son's turning 18. I told this to little Mike when we were at Bakersfield Boxing. I said, he already got the letter from the Marines saying, hey, your upcoming birthday is coming up. Have you thought about your future? And there's cohetes, boots, money for college, and the whole little spiel, right? It was a thick little letter. And I got the same letter, you know, and I did sign up for the Marines. But if I would have went, obviously my life would have took a different course. It would have been different, you know? So the way it ended up was perfect. I mean, in hindsight, I look at it, okay, shit. Because I never would have had the family, beautiful, smoking, sexy, hot wife, children. I had to do what I had to do at the end of the day. All right, let's look for, what's her name? Okay, back on the screen. Are we on IG? Yeah, it's IG. See, I told you we had 9,035 here. Over there, we have 8,966, something like that. Let's look for, what's the name? It's una Chicana. Ah, here she is. So this is the Chicana, okay, and she talked about it. Let's see what she said. All right.
Sorry. All my people are getting attacked. The children.
Were these tears when it was announced that there was over 500,000 missing children at the southern border under the Biden administration? Where were the tears when reports were coming out that the children that were being immigrated here illegally were being sexually assaulted by the very same organizations that were paid to traffic them? The children weren't bad enough. What about the tears for the women who are being assaulted by the very same organizations that they pay to bring them over the southern border? It's not a victimless crime. We're enabling criminal organizations that continuously hurt these immigrants that everybody seems to care about, but nobody wants to stop the criminal organizations that continuously take advantage of them. And I don't dislike Selena Gomez, I just disagree with her politics, which is fine, but it seems like performative activism when the only time you care is when it's under the Trump administration. But when things are happening under the Biden administration or under Democrats, everybody turns a blind eye or says it's not true. These immigrants only matter to you when Republicans are in office, but not when Democrats are in office, and we just ignore everything, right?
Someone had asked me on the live, said, Mikey, how do you know those numbers are true? A couple 100,000 children disappeared. No one talked about them. They were getting viciously sold into slavery the last 4 years. No one looked for them. Not one motherfucker until January 20th, 9 a.m. East Coast time. It's because they at least try to take some accountability at the border, registering 350,000 out of millions. Still, in my opinion, a huge slap in the face. It's still a huge slap in the face. I'm going to go ahead and put the phone. I think you guys are commenting about the banner. I'll put the phone number up, all right? We ain't scared of phone calls. We don't get ducking phone calls or none of that chavala shit. So this is the problem, man. The problem is the children were coming with unaccompanied adults, man. Unaccompanied minors coming with adults not related to them. I have family that work at the CBP. I have family that's they protect the border or whatever. They're border cops. I don't know what I call my cousin. Shout out to my cousin Wadey.
I'll kill you! Fuck these other vatos, ese! Get up, Chucky! Get up! You fuck with my familia, eh? You gotta answer to me here and now. Come on, toe to toe.
Man, I forgot the number. Okay, here it is. I'm getting the number covered on this. I haven't forgot, okay? I'll put it at the beginning. I'll put it at the end. If you want to call in, it don't matter, man. It don't matter. Maybe I pissed some people off, man. Talking my shit. Is what it is, right? You're on Chicano Street. We don't fucking pull no. You come to Chicano Street, imagine the environment. We got fucking Paco, Gallo Negro. We got Santana. We got all these Chicanos. Mi Familia. We got Jimmy. Shit, we even got Bob, okay? Well, yeah, we already know in real life he's Puerto Rican, but you know what it is. You know what I mean? So ain't no one intimidated when you come to Chicano Street right here. But if you got the balls, there's the phone number scrolling at the bottom while I continue to talk my shit. All right, let's go back. What were we talking about? The 300. Oh, yeah, Selena's Gomez. Man, she has one of the biggest followings. I think she's a Chicana también. I think she's a Chicana. So you didn't think it was one, demographic against another one. It was one Chicana reacting to another one. Okay, that's just what it was, right? 422 million followers. Un chingo de followers. And I want to give a shout out to Nino America because his clip on Selena Gomez got more than 1 million views on TikTok. That shit was crazy, man. So shout out to you, cabron. Where were the tears the last 4 years? 350 children unaccompanied. They disappear. People know what happened. They ended up getting sold. Okay, abused. Someone said, Mikey, how do they find 85,000 in 1 week? You know how they find 85,000? You've had thousands and thousands and thousands of people eating donuts. Most of them, chirujos. Most of these chirujos eating donuts because, well, like the one firefighter, Chirujo firefighter said, the people feel better. Era un vato, pero whatever, estaba pintado de la cara. The people feel better when it's someone like them that comes and rescues them. Again, we're talking about less than 1% of the country, less than 1%, before anyone puts any real muscle or anything on the Rainbow Mafia, is less than 1%, right? You wouldn't want that. You'd want a corn-fed dude that's going to throw you over his shoulder, go down the burning building ladder on the side of the building, get your ass to safety so you can continue to live your life. And then the least you could do is shit, friend him on Facebook, thank him. All right. So where was the rage? Where was the outcry for all the children? Guess we're going to have to see it again.
Sorry. All my people are getting attacked. The children.
Were these tears when it was announced that there was over 500,000 missing children at the southern border under the Biden administration? Where were the tears when reports were coming out that the children that were being immigrated here illegally were being sexually assaulted by the very same organizations that were paid to traffic them? The children weren't bad enough. What about the tears for the women who are being assaulted by the very same organizations that they pay to bring them over the southern border? It's not a victimless crime. We're enabling criminal organizations that continuously hurt these immigrants that everybody seems to care about, but nobody wants to stop the criminal organizations that continuously take advantage of them. And I don't dislike Selena Gomez. I just disagree with her politics, which is fine, but it seems like performative activism when the only time you care is when it's under the Trump administration. But when things are happening under the Biden administration or under Democrats, everybody turns a blind eye or says it's not true. These immigrants only matter to you when Republicans are in office, but not when Democrats are in office, and we just ignore everything, right?
Damn. One Chicano to another. Is that what you think? I'm asking the people. I want to ask you guys. Is that what you think? Do you think it's a possibility if one political party controls the media, controls all the news, 5 out of the 6 major networks, they control them? Do you think it's a possibility they could just put out there, it's a bed of roses, life is good, look at the numbers, record-breaking economy, record low unemployment, record low prices, milk is 99 cents, yet the other day I paid a motherfucking $7.49 for some milk? But again, do you think it's a possibility they could pump propaganda and media to us? Everything is fine because their elected representative got hired, and what they do is friends help friends. Now there's kickbacks. How much do you need? No. This is what I'll do. I'm going to send it to Ukraine. I'm going to give them $2.5 billion, but then you break them off $300 million. Now give him $200 million, and you give him $150 million. Don't forget about my $250 million. Make sure that hits the bank before Christmas, okay? And then but I ain't got no facts, I guess. I'll hold. Barry McConnell. Ese way. The Invisible Panchos. Orale, that's right. Invisible Panchos, I appreciate you, cabron. Facts. I mean, the way I understand shit, man, I try to look at it through a unique lens, right? First thing I never do is forget how my parents raised me. That's the first thing. My parents, their traditional values and principles absolutely affect all of my decisions, man. I'm not going to be the pendejo that's going to have his parents, his Mexican, proud Mexican parents, Cualcomán and San Jose de Gracia, Jalisco, Cualcomán, Michoacán, rolling in their graves because el hijo, se asimiló, pero se le olvidó dónde vino. No, that ain't going to happen with me. And trust me, there ain't no Sabo kids over here. We're teaching them to speak Spanish.
Hey, man, what's your name?
They all know Spanish.
Where you from?
La primera, Islos.
You talk like a fucking Chicano, man.
Bunch of zapatas in the casa blasting it right there. What does it say? Familia. Damn. Blast that. Where at, cabron? You know what? The only thing I would do is I would like to make it a little bit darker way. because when they're really sharp edges, it's hard. It's hard. Oh damn! I don't have the Bluetooth set up. Let me see, Rodecaster. Let me see if I can do it. Yeah, I can still do it.
Angel.
To accept.
Caller, you're live on Chicano Street. I appreciate the phone call. What you got to say?
Hey, Mikey. This is Angel calling from the San Fernando Valley.
San Fer is in the casa. I appreciate the call.
Yeah. How are you, man?
No, it's going good, man. Nomás está haciendo un chingo de frío, man. It's waking up with ice on the grass, cabrón. How about you?
Yeah, over here the same.
Dime.
So
what are your
I was going to
thoughts?
touch on. Sorry for that. I was going to touch on the tonight's topic, the politics.
Yeah. You notice
And,
how I waited about a little bit halfway through the live to get to it. I didn't want to come out the gates, but go ahead and give me your thoughts on what's going on in the current political climate.
Oh, it's because I just tapped in right now, so I heard you guys talking about politics, so I thought I'd call in. Yeah. So yesterday I was reading a news article. It's called "Surviving Political Grief. You're Not Alone." And what it's about is that after the election, this 2024 election, many people are seeking therapy and counseling due to how they're feeling after the election. And mental professionals once said that political grief is real. You know, people have really been affected emotionally. And right now, there's a lot of people that are angry. You know, I mean, some already flew off the rocker, you know.
Right.
But it's just a lot of people are angry right now, you know, because this new president's in office. And yeah, so there is a such thing called political grief. So, you know, it shows, you know, how it affects people mentally, emotionally. So, yeah, I was just going to share that, you know, just because right now a lot of people are feeling some type of way, you know.
No, absolutely.
On social media, on YouTube, and out here in society, in public. So, yeah, so I just thought I mentioned that, yeah.
No, I appreciate the call. You're right. I appreciate you bringing that awareness. Do you think that, you know, over consuming media can, you know, cause some kind of depression, cause anxiety, cause those kind of things? Is that what you're trying to bring awareness to?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. My belief, it causes mass psychosis. And in fact, Mikey, yes, was it today or yesterday? You posted on your Chicano Tube page
About the KGB?
It was an article about how back in the 19 something, the KGB was able to did an experiment, and that experiment, the people, because it happened over and over, they end up believing it, something like that. It's all basically it's all propaganda. But you posted it yesterday.
Yeah, you saw that.
So yes, I to answer your question, I think too much watching the news media. Yeah, especially when the news media is one sided. You know, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I appreciate the call, cabron. Gracias for tapping in, man. Stay tuned.
Yeah. All right, Mikey. You too. You guys have a good night.
Hey, you as well. Buenas noches.
Thank you. Goodbye.
That's right. Buenas noches right there. Boom. Great call right there. Yeah. It could cause over anxiety. It can. I can see how that can get to you. It's just you're consumed by it. But at the end of the day, it's not reality, man. Reality, you got to distinguish reality, man. Hit the X on the phone, tap back in, to reality, right? Because I think in the next couple of years, if you really wanted to, we can get ahead, man. There's a lot of moves being made this year. But I appreciate the call. Gracias, man, for calling in. All right, let's keep it moving, man. Let's keep it moving. All right, I wanted to show you this guy, this upstanding citizen. Here it is. Hold on. Let's talk about this one right here. Let's run a segment. We're gonna call this segment "Free Him or GTFO." Okay, that's what we're gonna call this segment right here. This character. So, this is Cesar Augusto Polanco. Okay. Dude's looking clean right there. You know what I mean? Got some earrings going on, got the glasses. You know what I mean? I think that's his regular clothes. It already looks like he's in state clothes, but I don't know what kind of clothes that is. Dominican Republic. I'm sorry. He's a national. So he was living in a sanctuary city in Boston. I want to see what the people say about this. Free him or GTFO?
Unknown.
Right? Free him or GTFO? He was living free in Boston in a sanctuary city despite a criminal conviction for muerte. What did this individual do? And I just want to see what the people say. Free him? No, they got to free him. That's racist. Okay, well, let's talk about it. He unalived his wife in front of his children, their children. Boston is a sanctuary city, and local law enforcement weren't allowed to cooperate with ICE. The last 4 years, this guy had what the Bible says in the book of Ezekiel, a hedge of protection around him. Because there are cities in the United States, these are probably the cities you don't want to gravitate to. These are probably the cities you don't want to raise a family. I mean, if you have other choices, you would want to know where they're not housing criminals, right? And I'm only talking about criminals. I mean, or tell me otherwise if I'm not talking about a criminal. ICE just arrested him for unaliving his wife. Do you think the wife's
Unknown call.
Do you think the wife's family wants him released back to a sanctuary cities because some people's politics say no, everyone should be here? That's some people. I'm honest. I'm not mocking the people. I am not making fun of anyone. But there are some people that will see this dude and be like, there's nothing wrong with what he did. I'm not laughing. I'm not even fucking hitting the laugh sample because that's not funny. There are people's politics. There was a ballot put on the agenda of the day. Amiga, I do see you calling. I'm going to call you back right now. I was just finishing this point. I'm sorry. I don't want to lose the point. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm going to call you back, Amiga. I just got your text. There was legislation the other day presented. Simple. We're not talking about the Lake and Riley Act. We're talking about another one. And it just said, can we agree as a people, just as the people of this country, okay, the ones that we can vote, we could put these leaders in or boot their ass out. They put legislation saying, can we agree at least, anyone that unalives anybody, ars someone, or harms a child. That's all it said. This is not a fucking 200-page trying to sneak it in at the midnight hour to line their pockets bill or measure. No. This was simple, common sense legislation. Can we agree? You got, since Republicans control the House and the Senate, there's about 10 more on each one, right? So there's like 210 Republicans. There's like 200 Democrats. All 210 said yes. Immediately, if anyone is in this country, they have to first face the law, And it's an automatic ticket out of there. Gone. You're done. You're out of this country because you unalive someone, you art someone, or you hurt a child. You did some piece of shit, dirtbag shit. 210 Republicans, yes. 40-something Democrats, yes, cross the aisle. You can do that. Just depends if you're on some grown man shit. And I know you'll get the backbiting, you'll get the haters. Politics is super dirty, super muddy. You'll get smutted up. I'm not talking about like on the internet. I'm just talking about they could blacklist you. It's all that dirty shit, man. No matter what side, it's fucking dirty. Okay, it's politics or a motherfucker, right? But 158 Democrats said no. No. Even if they unalive someone, even if they assault someone, even if they hurt a child, you need to let them go right now in this country. I'm not fucking joking, man. I wish it was a joke, man. I wish it was a joke. All right, let's talk about this character. Well, hold on a second. Hold on. Make a phone call.
Hello.
Hello, Jenny Selby, La Chicana, the 619. San Diego is in the building. Amiga, sorry, Mr. Call. I wanted to finish that point. What you got to say about what we're talking about tonight?
Which subject? Politics?
Or just how are you or anything in general, amiga. I wanted to call you back.
Okay, thank you. I'm doing fine.
Good, amiga. Yeah, well, just keep staying tuned. I just wanted to give you the call back and chime in on anything that you say. What do you think about the legislation about immediately taking action on someone that unalives someone or harms a child? And 158 politicians said no. They didn't want them to get extradited, deported, or leave the country. Is that right or is that wrong?
No, it's it. Why is it my echo or yours?
It's yours, but I can hear you fine, and the people can hear you fine. It's probably because you have me live on the volume's up on YouTube.
Okay.
The volume's up on YouTube. You got to turn it down.
Oh, maybe that's it.
Yeah, the volume's up on YouTube.
Okay.
What you think about that?
Un momento.
Come on now. The chat is
okay.
lit.
So,
what do you think about that?
Anybody that hurts a child, I'm sorry, he should be hanged and thrown his insides to the gizzards. Okay, that's me. We need a no policy against people, against predators and pedophiles, against men and women who harm children. I'm sorry, there's no middle ground on that thing. And people have to get over the idea that they think it's cool to go to prison. It's not. You don't take care of your kids, men or women, okay? You know, the society has gotten to, oh, I want to be a rapper. I want to be a gangster. You know, if you were a real gangster, you would be in prison for the rest of your life. We have to change the mindset of our people. You know, quit blaming everybody else. You know what? Hey, we live in a good country. It has a lot of good and a lot of bad. But you know what? We can do anything we want to, provided we work and not depend on the government to give us handouts. And my father taught me that. He was about zero, and he came over here and showed us that work ethic. You know, and my dad was tough, but you know what? I used to think he was mean. He's not. He just wanted the best for his family. Es de la cultura, de mi gente. And you got to quit blaming people and saying easy money is easy money. There is no such thing. The only way you get anything is to work hard and provide for your family.
That's right, Jenny. La Chicana's in the casa. I appreciate your comments. Stay tuned to the live, amiga.
Okay, thank you. A rato zapato.
A rato.
Bye-bye.
And she gets to put in the Chicano quotes. Chicago dumb. I don't even know if that's the real Chicago dumb, But if it is, slap yourself. You need to slap yourself. Oh man, I'm praying for you, my boy. Big Chavez. They had cars registered in my name. Damn.
Risky
man.
business.
Damn, man. They did you dirty, cabron? You co-signed for someone and they did you dirty? That's got you, man.
Business.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press.
Caller, you're live on Chicano Street. What you got to say?
¿Qué onda, pinche Mikey? Risky business.
Jay, South Texas in the house. What do you got to say about what we talked about? What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about those upstanding citizens that got arrested? You want to talk about the children? Or I'm confused?
No, first of all, anyway, that $1,000 machine and all the calls got a fucking echo.
No. Turn on YouTube. You turned on YouTube. You might have to. You might have to close.
I exited the app.
Okay. No, that's just you. You're loud and clear.
Yeah, but it's not good. It's not good.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, just to let you know that when we call, we get a playback.
Oh shit. Okay, I didn't know. Go ahead, cabron.
Yeah, maybe you could mess with the settings or some shit.
Yeah.
But anyways, but the reason I'm calling you is, do you really think we get anywhere as a gente by going from one extreme to another? And I'll explain. Because when it's about politics, you focus on extremes. Obviously, on the opposite side, the left side, right? But then I don't stand on either, right? I'm in the middle. But I could play the game and I could use extremes against the right side as well. But at that point, we're just throwing rocks and we're just speaking past each other. We're not speaking to each other. So do you think that benefits anybody by just bringing up extremes?
No, it really is just mudslinging. Like, hey, my party, your party, this party, that party. But you know what we can rally around? We can rally around if the immigration gets reformed, that helps the raza. If the economy stabilizes, that helps the raza. Imagine people applying, like people that are waiting in line, for the immigration, like we talked about the last town hall, and all of a sudden, boom, boom, papeles. If people started seeing that, that's positive. I don't think anyone can deny it. But the going back and forth, each camp, they already got their talking points. You know that.
Keep on. And also, what I don't think is cool is not just you, right? And I get it. You do it for the show, you do it for YouTube and shit like that,
right?
For views. I understand it. But do you really believe that the people out there are not scared, bro? Like they're not scared of what's going on? Like, is that your true belief? Like, is that like in your community? Is that all you see?
Okay, that's a good question.
Like people not being scared?
That's a good question. In my community, yes, but am I saying no one's scared? No. I got a phone call today. From a developer who lives by you, cabron. He lives on the Texas border to Mexico, and he told me his guys aren't showing up to work right now. He told me that. And he also was honest with me. He goes, Mike, I have to be honest with you. I'm also part of the problem because we know that we can get the raza for cheaper labor, blah, 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 get these homes built and blah, 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 blah. So I'm not saying I'm perfect, but now I don't have a workforce. And he said I had to go to Home Depot, get a bunch of no trespassing signs and to try to stop agents from, coming and hitting his camp. So there is an effect there. I'm not saying there's not.
Yeah, because look, I'll give you this example. My wife works in the medical field. And the clinic that she works at, ladies have been going in asking if they're locking the doors when the patients walk in so that ICE won't go in there and grab them.
That's real shit, man.
And these are ladies, right? These are females that they're not breaking crimes. Now, obviously, under the American eye, they are criminals just by coming in illegally, right?
Mm.
But I think we need to clarify this shit, bro. Because look, I understand you, right?
Yeah.
You can say about the farms, you can say, well, the gente that's legal are not scared. Well, yeah, we know that way. You know, like that doesn't have to be explained, or we know that if you have papers, you're not scared of ICE.
Mm-hmm.
But if you've been here, right, for a long time and you don't have your papers, you are scared. Right? So I think speaking for the gente that have papers, like what good does that do, bro? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I think more the humanitarian thing is to speak up for these gente, bro. Like, obviously, if you're an R, right, an artist, or you go around doing shit, yeah, Simon, hey, deport you, never come back.
Mm.
But I don't think that the people that are, for example, myself, you could use the extreme, right, to say, well, yeah, but these politicians are saying but that's not real, bro. That's just fucking jargon, and that's just political games, just tossing the hot potato from one side to the other.
No, I get you.
You know what I
I
mean?
get you. No, what you said is some real life shit, real life situation. I know there's a lot of different statuses. I told you that when I talk to the farm workers, the majority, yeah, about 85%, they got the papers. But the ones that need to know their rights, the ones I focus on, because they're really not in the conversation, is the ones that don't. So everyone else, I kind of, están acá. But these ones right here, they're like, should I carry my papers? Should I do this? Should I do that? I get it, cabron. I get it. I get both sides, just to let you know.
Simon. But it could just look, because I see your comments, Ray, and people are not fucking with your message. And I know the real, right? And I know that it's because people are getting misconstrued, but it's because of what you're putting out there, right? Like, for example, that video that you put, right? I got it. You were like mocking somebody for trying to spread propaganda about the fields, right?
Mm.
But then what your message comes across as is like a mockery of the gente that is scared, right? You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying,
So
cabrón.
you have the people speaking up in the comments.
Yeah. So,
Like, what's
and
up,
you
güey?
you know my whole razón with that video, right? I think I explained it, right?
No, I know. No,
Oh,
I
yeah,
know
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah, I know it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
the
You were
comments
just
were,
playing it back to them.
the comments were going wild. You don't know the trees are
They didn't
dry.
understand it.
Of course the trees are dry. You don't know it's not the almond season. Of course I do. I said that the video I saw was in the lavender field that's about to bloom in about 3 or 4 weeks. Now there is a corrida in Bakersfield. Of course, they're picking lemons and other things. So in some sections, that is happening. If you're asking me for my opinion, what do I think? It's fucked up. But at the end of the day, reality is most of the people that came in the last 4 years are not raza. Most of the people that came in the last 4 years are not raza. So they're overinflating that this is affecting more raza, when on that Con Air, you got a couple hundred people on the airplane and a small group of them, because right now they're just kind of targeting criminals, are getting it. Now, can anyone else, get pulled over at the gas station? Yeah. Is that fucked up? Yeah, that's fucked up. But it is what it is. What do you want me to say about that? It is what it is.
No, yeah, you're right. It is what it is. It is what it is. And look, you brought a key point. And that's what I've always said. To separate the raza mexicana from others. So I think when we talk about the border, about this, about the open border, really what we're talking about is the asylum seekers. And the gente mexicana is not seeking asylum. They don't qualify for asylum. You know what I mean? It's just that they come in through Mexico, y luego our gente get the fucking rap for it. You know what I mean?
Jay, South Texas in the casa. I appreciate the call, man. It's a 10-minute call, cabrón.
Ya está. Hey, leave me that Mexican square open way for that meeting.
Ya sabes. You got it.
Ahí estamos.
Ándale, pues. Jay, South Texas in the casa, representing Mexico all the time. That Mexico point of view. Let's see if we can get up this. Let me see. He was talking about illegal, and people get mad at this topic because who's illegal? Who's illegal? I guess is a point of argument.
The president has said countless times on the campaign trail, I've been with him at the rallies, I know you've been there covering them too, Peter, that he is focused on launching the largest mass deportation operation in American history of illegal criminals. And if you are an individual, a foreign national, who illegally enters the United States of America, you are, by definition, a criminal. And so therefore, you are subject to deportation.
I apologize for interrupting. So to be clear, it's not violent criminals do not receive precedence in terms of the deportations taking
The
place.
president has also said two things can be true at the same time. We want to deport illegal criminals, illegal immigrants from this country, but the president has said that, of course, the illegal criminal drug dealers, the rapists, the murderers, the individuals who have committed heinous acts on the interior of our country and who have terrorized law-abiding American citizens, absolutely, those should be the priority of ICE, but that doesn't mean that the other illegal criminals who entered our nation's borders are off the table.
Caroline, on immigration, of the 3,500 arrests ICE has made so far since President Trump.
Calmate. Whew. We're on fire over there at the Pinchy press conference, man. All right, so there was another video on TikTok. Then we're going to talk about another character, man. There was another video on TikTok. The dude got arrested. Man, what was his name? I'm trying to see. Is there a way? Who knows TikTok? How do I find my video history that I saw? Shit, I don't think I like that video. History settings. Oh, I need my TikTok people to tap in. How do I find a video that I didn't, man. Son of a bitch. How do I find a video on my TikTok that I viewed, but I just man, now I'm mad at myself. Anyways, all right. So there was a guy, he got arrested. He was in Florida. He got arrested by ICE. I think he was a Mexicano. I think, but I'm not 100% certain if he was a Mexicano or not. He said, and the video went viral. I forgot who shared it. I think it was someone on IG. ICE arrested him. They asked him a couple questions, and then boom, they let him go. And the video had like 650,000. Maybe Nino America knows that one. 650,000 views of the dude saying, "You're not gonna believe me. I got picked up by ICE, and they let me go. They ran my name and some other shit. And once I found out I didn't have nothing, they let him go back into the community." So I said that just because people might misconstrue and be like, well, they're just loading up the paddy wagons or Con Air, shit like that. But people are getting let go when they ain't got no jackets. So that's also happening. And if it adds anything, but it is a dynamic, to the conversation. All right, let's keep it pushing it there. We're going to wrap up at 7:30, cabrones. Let's talk about this character right here. Denver tapping in. That's right, my boy. Pancho Zapata. That's right. Let's talk about this character right here. Just because, and I didn't ask you guys whether you wanted to free him or keep him, which is the last guy, right? But we're bringing up certain characters. Let's look at this character right here. He got wrangled up, okay? This character right here in Aurora, Colorado, this dude right here. So see, we got a Colorado comment and we got a Colorado dude. But Colorado don't claim this dude. They don't claim this dude. This guy's name, Anderson. Damn, that's his name. Anderson Zambrano Pacheco, 25. Ringleader. So this dude had juice, man. He was juice. He probably put it down. He went to YA. Right there, he stabbed a counselor. And then he caught the bus straight to a 4180 and went all the way to the Bay. Tren de Aragua ringleader sought in an infamous caught on camera break-in in Aurora, Colorado, was nabbed today. Just today, they got this character. Free him or keep him. Tuesday, in a dramatic pre-dawn raid in New York City, across from an elementary school. Damn, across from an elementary school. Source said, Anderson Zambrano Pacheco, 25, was taken into custody as part of the Trump administration's first promised immigration raids in the Big Apple. Law enforcement sources told the Post. He was caught heavily armed. Homeland Security investigations officers who stormed an Ogden Avenue apartment building in the Bronx. Oh, this ain't Colorado. This is in the Bronx. In the early hours, the sources said the building is across the street from a public elementary school. The gangbanger, now they're calling him a gangbanger.
Life's a risk, carnal.
Life's a risk, carnal. The gangbanger, whose sources described as a leader of the vicious Venezuelan gang in Aurora. Okay, so this does tie to Colorado. Had a warrant out for him for a slew of charges: kidnapping, menacing, burglary, and many more. Pacheco was allegedly among the heavily armed suspects who were caught on surveillance. I think that was these guys right here. Who were caught on surveillance, video forcing their way into an apartment in Aurora, just outside Denver in August. They're terrorizing, and they set up a little compound and said, fuck it. You know what we're doing here? We're kicking down doors. No matter what, we've got artillery. Look at them. All of them cohetes. Okay? Dude got an AR. Other two dudes got, the dude in the red got a blower. The dude in the black, for sure, he's got a blower. And then someone's off to the side, and then someone's filming. The terrifying footage quickly thrust the suburb into a national spotlight, as it showed the area had become a hotbed of Tren de Aragua activity. The gang members taking over the multiple apartment complex in the city. What? With gang members taking over multiple apartment complexes in the city of 400,000. Multiple. It wasn't just one. It wasn't immediately clear when Pacheco came to the Big Apple. But here it is. Here this dude is. Free him or keep him. Some people call in and they get mad, you know, they get immigration this. I get it, man. I get all views. That's why, you know, we got to, the right person has to head this fucking ship so we don't crash the car by the time we advance, especially if we get to the White House. I just submitted the credentials to the White House. Here it is, just so you see, right over here.
You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet.
That's from the official White House Instagram. I applied. Other people are gonna apply. Yeah, let them apply. You know, it's all to the good. You know what I mean? All right, let's keep it moving, man. Let's wrap this one up. We're gonna end it about. Of course, you saw me play the clip. The White House, he announced new media because I think this president 47, he knew what the heartbeat of the people was. He knew that it's not the news, it's not the major networks, it's the voice of the community. That's who people are drawn to. That's what's moving the pinche aguja. It's the voice of the community. So I sent it over there. They wanted the link to this. They wanted your name. They wanted this. Submitted. Boom. Why not? Because at the end of the day, it's our voice that needs to be heard. We're getting louder and louder. All right. Let's talk about the last thing we're going to talk about is the Colombian president. Because that was trending. We'll talk about the Colombian president breaking it down like a shotgun. What about European Americans? What the fuck is that? see where you started, Norby's? Norby's, no, it wasn't. It was Kiawi. You see where you started, Kiawi? No te creas, cabrón. Shout out to Kiawi, mi hermano. And then Norby's came on the channel, and the whole time he kept referring to güeros as European Americans. Of course, I follow a lot of brown pages. But before I made Chicano Tube, gente, before I made Chicano Street, I didn't follow one single brown page. I didn't even know they existed. About a year and a half ago, when we started Chicano Tube, I didn't know there was a Chicano this, Chicano that, Chicano this. I didn't know. I didn't know how popular it was. But if you want me to tell the history and how this channel started, when my mom's passed away, is when I wanted more clarity in my life. Is when I wanted my life to serve more of a purpose than just out there, okay, yeah, ganando un chingo de dinero, okay, yeah, vacations, okay, all that's great, family time, all that is very much priority. God's number one, of course, if anything. But what else are we doing, man? Are we coming on this internet just to talk some shit? Are we internet advocates? Or we're going to put rubber meets the road and we're going to do some shit that's going to help the raza like this? This is what's going to help the people. Not us getting on a podcast and sitting on the couch, but of course it's good to, to converse, to have conversations. Of course. This is what's going to help the people, and this was going to help the farm workers. So forget what everyone's talking about. All right. Last comments. Oh, let's talk about this Colombian issue, and then we're done, gente. We're done. I'm going to tap back in with the familia. If anyone that followed Miss Chicano Tube saw that she posted a picture of Gata. That's Gata. That's the new Gata right there, okay? They called her Kitty, Gata. I mean, as soon as she came in, I did a Target run for like 200 bolas. And last weekend, I built the pinche árbol, the tree house or whatever. So shout out to Miss Chicano Tube. She might be joining the town hall. We're going to have Lexit on the town hall. We're going to have Wayward Son on the town hall. It's going to be good, man. Homie Hangout, Norby's, etc., man. All right, here we go. Okay, so this is what happened. Con Air's flying, gente. I guess it's a continuation of this topic. Won't be long on it. Con Air's flying. So people are getting ready to receive it back. People are talking shit, and I'm gonna back up the Mexican president on this. Don't get it twisted. She's like, we're gonna give the people, what'd she say? Is it 200 pesos or 500 pesos? Something. I don't know. She said it was either 200 to 500 pesos. Someone can comment it. People were shitting on the Mexican president, saying, that's all you're going to give the people, gente. 200 to 500 pesos will get you to your front door, especially if they drop you off at the border and you ain't got no ride to get to Zacatecas, to get to Guanajuato. You ain't got no ride. So if they give you 200 to 500 pesos, that's going to guarantee a meal. First of all, you got to eat. That'll guarantee the ticket to whatever doorstep you got to go to. And I mean, I just seen that everyone's shitting on the president, and I'm like, she's offering something. This is what happened. So Colombia, boom, they're getting ready to chart 2 planes. There's communication between the U.S. government and the Canadian government. There's communication. Boom. Hey, Con Air is going up. These are all people. They're all your people. What I mean, your people is they all got ties to your country. So that's undoubted. And we're about to fly him over there. Oh, no. So this is what the Colombian president does. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Just being in with there's a group, everyone gets along, right? Dirty politics and shit like that, right? Red, blue, red, fuck you, fuck, all this other shit, right? He joined the kids, right? Let me take this Bluetooth off, man. What you think is barking? There it is. Bluetooth's out. So he's like, no. Okay. So then the president says, well, how about we do this? 25% tariff. Boom. All across the board. Your whole country. How about your government officials over here? How about this? Boom on them. How about all your goods that are being imported right here? How about we boom at the dock? We're going to, calentarlos or do this, do that. All of these are sanctions. All these are impositions, but people don't understand what tariffs are. It's like a tax. Actually, this president said what we should be doing is not taxing our own people in the United States. What we should be doing is putting taxes and tariffs on other countries. and then that would benefit the United States. These are just new ideas. Removing taxes from the people, that would be something that people wouldn't, they would love it and reap the benefits, shit on him for sure after, but reap the benefits, but it's new, right? No one's talked about this kind of things. So, oh, no, you got to keep those. You got to keep them. Okay, we'll do this. Once he found out that you automatically are going to spike your economy in the red, I'm talking about your economy is just, it was such a negotiation, like U.S. won that negotiation. It was such a one-sided negotiation that the president of Colombia said, don't worry, you ain't got to do all that. Matter of fact, I'm going to send my own plane to pick him up. So they picked him up. He threw another comment out there. Well, why did you have to shackle them? Politics are dirty, man. It's like you got to I'll throw mud in your fucking face 1 second, and then we have to take a photo the next second. Just understand the way it works. All right. And then real quick, a couple minutes, and then we got to go. Shit. I literally just hit trabajo and just jumped in Chicano Street Studios, man. Hit that like before you go, cabrones. Hit that like for Chicano Street Studios. It was such a one-sided negotiation. The U.S. won that one. Boom, he ended up picking them up. And when the Colombian president said, hey, you don't have to do all that. You don't have to do all that. The response from the U.S. government was, you have 200 murderers and rapists on this plane. This ain't a movie. This ain't Con Air. Those pilots, imagine those pilots knowing they have 200 of the most hardcore dudes that have went all the way unalive people. And then even someone sent me a video that even they made a video on the plane, like doing a little, hey, like the morale was up and they were excited. Well, if they're excited to go back, no problem. That was kind of weird, though. It's kind of like, I don't know if the propaganda there was kind of like to shit on the U.S. government and say, hey, everyone's having a blast going back to their country, instead of, so they don't know that they feel the weight of what you did. I don't know. It was kind of weird. Just people are doing weird shit with the internet, man. Weird shit that doesn't make sense. So anyways, I wouldn't be a pilot, or I wouldn't want my son or my daughter to be a pilot on a pinche Con Air plane. I'm going to end it with this. I got to tap back in with the familia. Gente, hit that like, man. I wouldn't want none of them being a pilot on that plane and not having some kind of security with 200 pinche murderers and rapists. Come on, let's bring common sense back. Ivan Mortas in the casa. That's right. My boy's chilling in the backyard with the pre-roll. Mikey, what do you think of the racism towards Mexicans on Twitter? It's them just there going hard on. Well, it ain't nothing new, bro. This is the flag we fly right here, bro. You know what I mean? We ain't been Mexican. Chicanos ain't been Mexican enough for Mexicans for a long ass time, man. Chicanos ain't been American enough for America for a long ass fucking time. Let's just keep that a buck. So it's nothing new, man. It's nothing new. It's beautiful thing about us, cabron, is we get to embrace two cultures, man. You know what I mean? We know we're Mexican. We grew up. Manteles, this, going to Mexico. I spent 13 summers in Mexico, man. My first 13 summers. Some of the best memories I have over there. And then I understand growing up here why my parents wanted to come here, man. It's a beautiful thing. And then we came into our own. The rest is history. The history's been written. You want some of that history? Go back on the channel and hear Carlos Montes, one of the founders from the Brown Berets. He was there in the beginning when La Primera lives, when they're in the cemetery. And he said, we got to help our own raza. We got to help our own people. No one else is policing them. They said, why the handcuffs? Yeah, they say, why the handcuffs? Well, you think a couple bodies warrants a pair of handcuffs? Well, character is not the best. Some of these cats are not the best characters, man. These are the characters. Oh, mi hijo. He's such a good boy. Mi hijo would never do that. Never would he. Una pistola, mi hijo? Nunca en su vida. Pinches mamás apapachando a la gente. All right, man. Last comments of the night, man. The Colombian government also put it. Yes, and it goes both ways. It goes both ways. You just have to be. You got to be wise on how you negotiate shit. Okay, you could bluff, keep a poker face and bluff. But if you look at the numbers and you're the one getting more pressure, you're the one getting pressed more. You keep the poker face only so long way. You gotta lift the 25 tariffs on them U.S. goods for us to get. What's the main export from Colombia? Well, shit, cocaine. You know they want the yayo. All right, you guys, I'm out, man. Live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. I appreciate the beautiful Linda Raza. Again, tomorrow night, we're going to be doing a revival at the church. It's going to pop. It's going to crack, and I need to be there because I run the live stream over there. Follow me on IG. You'll see some behind the scenes. I'm honored. Speaking of IG, I'm honored to submit credentials for Chicano Tube and for Chicano Street to go to the White House. I think that's a big fucking deal. I think that's advancement, and you're out of your motherfucking mind if you say you would turn down a ticket, you know, or not pick up a phone call from that said White House with the eagle on your fucking phone. So let's see what happens, man. Independent media, that'd be great. Obviously, it'd be a trip, but it'd be a hell of a vlog, man. And again, what are we gonna ask them? I'm gonna keep drilling this to the people so you know, because this is not my message. People that say, your message. This is not my message. This is the people's message. And what's the people's message? What are you going to do for us, pendejo? That's all we want to know. All right, live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. I'm out, you guys. I'll see you guys either Thursday or Friday night. We'll come back to Chicano Street Studios, but hit the subscribe. Do me a favor before you go. Hit that like button one more time, por favor, because we go live throughout the day. We do a quick mix sometimes. We do night shots. But, of course, we got Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday all the way locked in. I'm out, you guys. Last comments of the night. Let's see what's going on. Warzone Boxing. Here we go. We got a veterano just stepped in the building right here. I went to Bakersfield Boxing, Coach Al, and they're throwing chingazos in the backyard. No headgear, all gloves. And the no-shows, Big Al, you know what they did for the no-shows? The fighter would get in the ring, Big Al, Coach Al, and he would be like, I'm 180 pounds. Who wants some? The guy would get in there, Big Al. I'm 225 pounds. Who wants some? Man, what a hell of an experience. I can't wait to come back. I can't wait to go back there, man. All right, you guys. I'm out live on Chicano Street. I appreciate all the support, man. All the beautiful Linda Raza, man. We're almost at 14K. Let's go. It's the voice. It's for the people. Don't forget the town hall is on the 12th of February. The town hall on the 12th of February at 6 o'clock West Coast time. I'm out. Remember what I always say? In the end, all you got is the memories.